Okay, in this segment, I'm going to talk about how you set up your Zotero account and get it all ready to go so you can start collecting references. There are a couple of important preference options in this that you should pay attention to. So even if you've gone through and set up your Zotero, please listen to this because you'll want the extra information. Okay, so first of all, if you haven't done so already, go to Zotero.com. You'll want to set up an account with your own username and password. That's going to be important because if you, one of the nice things about this program is, of course, it's cloud-based, so you could go to any computer anywhere and log into your reference manager system, and so you could go to a UTA library computer, for example, or use somebody else's computer to log in. You're not tied down to a hard drive somewhere. You will also then want to download the Zotero standalone. It sees that I am running a Windows machine. I assume if you were running a Mac, you'd have a different download. You probably don't need this, although I have this. So I have this installed. Actually, yeah, go ahead and take that as well. I have to tell you, Zotero works best on Firefox. It's kind of native to Firefox. I believe it will work with Safari. It used to have problems with Chrome, but maybe it's kind of worked them out. I'm not sure. But Firefox is a good platform for it. Okay, so you'll want to download for Windows, and when you do that, I'm not going to hit this. Well, okay, I'll hit it. No, I don't really want to do that. I already have it downloaded. It should also give you the plugin that allows you to run it in Word. So it should install the whole thing for you. Okay, so once you've downloaded the application, you'll want to go ahead and open it up. And occasionally I've had students run into a problem where they downloaded it and then it just wasn't opening, or it wasn't opening in Word, and they just had to do it twice. Okay, so this is the Zotero program, and this is what it will look like. And just to kind of introduce you to the organization here, over on the left, let's see, where's my cursor? Here we go. Over on the left, there are, I have my library. I have a bunch of group libraries. These are previous. But within my library, I have a whole bunch of folders. And within each folder, I have references. Now, so this reference here, this first one I'm clicking on, this reference is stored actually in the root directory. So if I delete it here, and the easy way to delete it, which I'm not going to do right now, is to select it and then hit the delete key, and then it's gone. It would still be in the root directory somewhere, or that's how it used to work. And you'd just be deleting it out of this folder here. So there's that kind of dual organization. Once something's in a folder, it's kind of just a mirror of what's in it's an organizational tool. Okay, so I've selected this record, and for that record, I've got some information. So I can tell from this little icon where my cursor is that it's an article, because it's just a page with some lines on it, as opposed to down here, this border cave icon here, it's got a little graduation hat. That's a thesis. Down here, this macroevolutionary theory and archaeology, that shows a book. That is a book section. You can look over here, and that's what it is. There are also some things here that are web pages. So there's an icon here that'll kind of tell you what it is, including conference presentations. But then there's also the item type here. The creator is the author. Of course, the title's here. The year of publication is here, and I find this really helpful to have here. This is the date added. And you know, this set of information here that is showing up for these records, you actually can change that. So there's a subtle little icon right here, which you might not know about unless you look at it this way. And if you click on that, you can change things. So for example, I could get rid of the date added and just put publisher if I wanted that, or something else. I like this group of items. This is easiest for searching. And then since I've selected this one, everything that's showing up over here on the right is more detail on what's kept in this record. So again, item type, the title, the authors, the whole abstract is actually picked up in this case. So sometimes the abstract will be there, sometimes it won't. The title of the journal, volume, issue, pages, and date of publication. There is also, if you go down here, there's a direct URL link. That's where I found it. And this is the last time I accessed this, or this is the first time I accessed this particular article link. So this is handy because if I actually wanted to go back to that, I should be able to actually just do this. And this was a really old link, so it's probably not going to load quite right. Oh, no, actually it's there. So this is where I found that article referenced the first time I looked for it. It's not the best place to find it, but that it'll take you back to where you actually found it if you don't just double click on this. And that can be kind of handy. The date I added it, the date I modified it, which are the same. Okay, so in addition, so this is the basic information. If you wanted to make some notes on the article, you could add those there. You could give it some tags for sorting or for searching. Of course, this is pretty easy to search anyway. So if I wanted to search Zotero on anything, the title, the author, the year, I could do that up here anyway. So tags are kind of an extra little thing you can do. And you can cross-reference to other articles if you want. So that's what this related information is. But usually you just kind of stick with this base information. Okay, so once you create your Zotero account, I do want you to do something particular with the preferences. So let me look over here at these other things. This is the basic library. If you wanted to add a folder into that library, you'd click on this, make a new collection, and you'll want to do that for this class. In preferences, so this is what I'd like you to do once you get set up. Go to Edit, Preferences. And hang on, my preferences came up over here. So here are my preferences. All right. So there are a couple tabs here you should be aware of. The general settings. This is kind of all your basic stuff. When you first open this Zotero account on a particular computer, so this is my home computer or my laptop, so it knows me, but if you go to a new computer, it would kind of reset these settings. And the key one here is this one. Automatically attach associated PDFs and other files while saving items. That tends to be checked when you get it. I want you to uncheck it. Make sure this box is unchecked. I can't say this enough, because what this would do is when you're searching and adding things to Zotero online, so if you're, for example, just adding a reference here, so if I click this little button, it's going to add this reference. If there was a PDF associated with that metadata, it would just push it into your Zotero account. And this is cloud-based account. So you only get a certain amount of data space for free, and you'll exceed that quite quickly if you start putting PDFs in it. You can download those PDFs to your home computer separately. You don't need to keep them in your Zotero account unless you want to pay them money. So uncheck that box. You can always get rid of those PDFs if you accidentally start collecting them later, but it just will save you time if you do that now. Okay, sync is another important button here. So this is linked to my account, and so if you went to a new computer, you're going to have to link it to your account. Let's see. When you export things, oh, I don't know why I've got stuff set on Chicago Manual of Style. This is a terrible citation format. So when I export things, I don't want to export them in that format. I want to go down to APA 6th edition. And note, I could choose Journal of Human Evolution, Evolutionary Anthropology. This actually has a bunch of common styles that are used in archaeology. So American Antiquity is an archaeological journal. You can use any of these, but I would prefer that you, for consistency right now, use APA 6th edition. All right, that's export. In cite, same thing. I'm going to cite with that, although that actually, they're going to, when I start a paper, that choice will actually come up again. And there's nothing you need to do in advanced. Okay, so that's all you need to do for the setup